Hi everyone, welcome back to another blog from Tungsten Management Group. My name is Emma Clark and I'm the director of the company. So I've just spent the morning with it started off as a sort of mortgage broker meeting, but it soon progressed into kind of looking at my portfolio as a whole, looking at the property that me and my brother own together outside the property name, and also looking at our residential property, which I think from some blogs before you'll know that we're in the middle of a refurb. We're 4 months in, so we're seeing what equity we have in this house to actually pull out money and help Tungsten's growth. So it was a really informative meeting. The gentlemen have background in development, which is something that we want to move into as Tungsten. So they actually went to a school with my partner. So they've known each other for a very long time. And it's just inspiring to see how two guys who came from a school similar to Steve has now gone on to create a very successful development company and also a very successful financial company and other companies besides that. So we kind of cover things about what wage I should be taking. As I left my job, which was about 18 months ago now, I haven't got a salary as such. So I need to speak to the accountant now and see how much I should be taking each month, which allows me to be tax efficient. Obviously, I want to leave as much money I can in property. I don't want loads of money sitting in my bank account because one, it won't be doing much in there, but also I don't want to be taking it out and paying tax on stuff I don't need to. But also balancing that against having an income to show to the mortgage providers to show that I do have income coming into my personal bank account. Also talking about offsetting some costs. Again, another conversation to have with my accountant. And a really interesting conversation was what I would do potentially with my flat. So me and my brother bought a flat because of family circumstances 9 years ago, last December. He's now moved on and got a partner and a baby is due any day now. And they want to buy their own property. So me and my brother are looking at taking equity out of that flat. I'll be gifting it to my brother, him to put his deposit down on his own flat down on the south coast now. And it's a lovely way that me and my brother bought something together as the two of us from circumstances very different, and now him and potentially his partner and his new baby can have a house of their own, and I'll be helping my brother do that. Also having a conversation with one of my very close school friends. She has been watching me very close about what I've been doing, and her brother and her mum are very interested in getting into property. So putting them in contact with some people that I now know just through general being in property, and hoping that I'll be able to help them onto the property ladder. Been talking about is it worth setting up a company and the pros and cons of that, especially to do with the accountancy preparation, obviously costs for that. But then obviously being having a company, there's major advantages in having things in your own name. So I'm happy that I can start helping my friends, and all the education and all the experience I've now gathered is actually starting to help those that I hold very close and very dear in my heart. Talking about holding people close to my heart, the investor project, which is my father-in-law, is still ongoing. We had building control come round and they have now told us we need some fire approved windows. The ones upstairs don't allow any fire exits. So that's a nice little cost that I'll have to pass on to him. He was made aware of it right at the beginning with the potential cost, but now we've got the actual definite cost for that. We had the acoustic lady come round, so that lady was giving us an indication of what sort of acoustic protection we needed because we're making 2 flats. Again, we'd had some approximate costs, but we are now got those for definite. We've uncovered a few issues that we didn't know were going to be there, so we have brought contingencies in and hoping again that the contingency buffer that we built in is enough of a buffer to absorb these extra costs. So the investment project is going really well. We are working on the 5th HMO. We have the painters in this week and they should be finished in 2 weeks. Done a really good advertisement spell on Spare Room. Got loads of interest for one of my properties, which has currently got 1 room empty, but on the side I've been offering people the chance to look at Western Rope, our brand new HMO. Got a lady who wants to move in February, so as I say, painters are in for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll dress the space and hoping that she'll be able to move in to a brand new refurb house. This is the first tenant that I've potentially found via Spare Room on my own without going by the letting agency, so it's given me a real boost. I'm really excited to hopefully show her the space. So we're having a really busy start to this month. things are going really well. There's been a lot more stuff in the pipeline coming up, but as I say, really good meeting we had today. Stephen's doing some brilliant networking at the moment, and I'm potentially looking at different opportunities for us to network. So looking at some BNI, some business meetings, which are morning breakfast meetings. So they're short, sharp, quick. You kind of get your business done before the day starts. Looking at going back to the PPM meetings and PIM meetings, which have been really good in the past. Obviously, our family situation with Mason coming along has put networking has become quite difficult, but he's more settled in routines, and we've got people who are willing to help more as he gets older. So we're going to take full advantage of that, and we're going to get back on the networking scene. So had a really, really good month. Been very, very busy. But yeah, full steam ahead. As always, guys, if you'd like to get in touch, you can find me on Facebook, Emma Clark. It's Clark with an E, and you can find us with Tungsten Management Group. Also, you can find us on Twitter, which is Tungsten_MG, and you can also find us on Instagram, which is just Tungsten MG. Again, like if you've got any input into the videos that I'm making or any content I put online, then please do give a shout, and always let us know how you are doing, and if you're interested in getting involved with Tungsten in terms of an investor, if you just want to come and see some of the projects we've been working on, or you just want to pick our brains, have a phone call, then me or Stephen will be very, very up for that. I should have mentioned before, we're actually starting to attract quite a lot of attention with investors.